Hello everybody. Now about a week ago, Grounded Sap made this video where he calculated his win rate and showed it off. You can see here that he played 38 games and he got a win rate of almost half of his games, which is quite well done, I would say. Personally, as you can see in the title, I did not do as well. Since I was inspired to do the same, I played actually 100 games. But my win rate is quite a bit lower, as you will come to see. But I want to talk a bit about the experience that I had with playing through 100 games so intensely, because I've never gone through, I guess, that many games or played Super Autopets that intensely before. Okay, so as you see here, one of the strategies that I found, or the strategy I guess I found, that ended up working for me mostly was either going for a sniper build or going for a summoning build. Typically summoning builds are better actually, but it depends on what kind of luck you get. And I'm obviously not very very good at the game. As you'll see later in this Google Sheets that I made, I am going to get better, or I did get better over time with the games, but generally I still had a quite bad win rate. In any case, these are two images of my, I guess, favorite games I had. This one is just fun because it has so high levels. I got very lucky on my level. So even in turn 15 with like these relatively low stats, if it just has high levels, then you can also have a high chance of winning. The other one here was probably my favorite one, which was very fun, because I had the whale here and the boar had a mushroom, so when the whale at the start of the game ate the boar being level 2 got a whole bunch of stats, and then when my whale died, it spawned a level 3 boar, which was pretty cool. I quite enjoyed that, this build. This was very strong. So you can see this is kind of a mix between summoning and sniping. It's good to always have a little bit of snipe in the back here. Even here I had the snake and the mosquito. Mosquito turned out to be actually quite good late game because it popped a lot of melons. So even though you'd think it's quite bad, it's actually not. Now the strategies that I found to work were generally getting a lot of deer. The earlier you can get a deer, the better, and the earlier you can get a bison with a level 3, the better. If you don't get that, you might not be able to get past like round 11, 12, which are kind of the breaking points. But early in the game, a thing that I found to work most of the time was actually a camel. If you don't get a camel in, you have a incredibly high chance of losing actually, which was very surprising, but it's true. I found that when I got camels in, which I did almost every game, I ended up not winning but getting past the early rounds pretty well, and getting a lot of wins in the early rounds, which is very important. Anyways, let's move on to the sheets here I have with all my games. You see I did a 100 games here, and I counted all the trophies. I counted when I won and when I lost. I counted the rounds that I ended on and the lies I had towards the end. So here you have the average trophies, which was 6.5. Quite bad, I would say, for 100 games, but that's how it is. And I only got 8 of those games with 9 trophies, which was very sad. The average last turn I had was 11 or almost 12. As I said, that's the kind of breaking point which I discovered. So if I could get past this point, I had quite a high chance of winning. While if I was low on health or almost falling off, and if I kept losing around that turn 11, 12, 13, I was probably going to lose. The average winning lives I had, so the lives I had when I was winning or when in the games that I won, you can see there's a bunch of zeros here. These zeros are representing all the times that I lost, and obviously I had 0 lives, but this is only taking into account the times I won, which is only around 4, which is wild. 4 lives is not a lot. But I guess it makes sense. Since I lost a lot, I'm not very good at the game, as you can see here with my win rate, which we will get to in half a second. when calculating the winning lives, it was pretty demoralizing to see that I typically ended up just winning, you know, with like 1 health, or well, sometimes it was 7 or 9, but mostly it was 2, 4, 1, 3, you know, just winning. Of course, this is the old system. They will be changing the new system with the golden pack. So I don't know how that is going to affect this. And I guess this information is kind of useless now. But it basically tells you that I normally won on my last life or with 2 lives, generally. Now the win rate is 23%, which is not a lot. So 23 of the 100 games I won. That's about 1/4 of the games, which is about half, actually, of what Grounded Sap got here. He got about 50%, I got about 25%. So I was quite saddened to see this, but on the other hand, if you think of it, instead of only 23%, think of it as I win every 1 in 4 games. I mean, that's still not good, but compared to the hours I put into Super Auto Pets. But it's not horrible, and I did get a lot better later on, as you can see if I scroll up through here. You can see that I tended to get like clusters of wins, so I kind of find a strategy that kind of works, and I get wins that are close to each other. But over time, I did end up, you know, bunching them more together and getting even more and more wins. So you can see a lot of wins here towards the end. Very sparse wins towards the start, especially like this long road here, and these long gaps where I just get nothing. But over time, these gaps get smaller and smaller, and I get better and better at the game. So I do feel like I've gotten a lot better, at least at pack 1. This is only pack 1. So that's nice. Obviously, win rate, as Grounded Sap also said in his video, win rate does not mean a lot. It's not what we play Sap for. We play Sap so we can find out different fun strategies and ways to win. And that's kind of the fun of it, or getting very lucky or whatever. Just going fully sweat mode and trying to win as best as possible is not what you want to go for when playing Super Auto Pets, because that's not fun for basically anybody. But it's still kind of interesting to look at. If I really try to focus on winning, which I mostly did throughout all these games, then I still have a very low chance of winning. So I might as well go for fun builds that are interesting and sometimes strong, sometimes bad, but it's better than playing 100 games of the same thing over and over and over again, which it did get very repetitious towards the end. In any case, thank you so much for watching this video. That is very kind of you, for watching it all the way to the end, if there are people who do that. Remember to like and subscribe and whatever, because there are going to be set videos from time to time, and I hope you stick around for that, or anything else I make for that matter. So, thank you for watching, and bye bye.